Hey everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness from one of my favorite places in the world, Noosa, Australia. It's the Australia tour that I get to do at the end of almost every year. So grateful. Been jet skiing a few times, enjoying. And of course, what is it? There's like a rule. Let me see. I don't know if I can show it to you. But do you hear that noise? There's like a rule there. Yeah. Seriously? Like, really? I mean, there's a rule in filming. As soon as you start recording, something noisy will happen. So, if you're in a quiet place, maybe like the tundra, maybe northern Sweden or something right now, or, someplace where nobody is, press the record button on any device and you will find something noisy. That is actually not the tool for today, but I wanted to share with you. I mean, who has a biplane flying over when you're doing a video? Anyway, what is the tool for today? Well, let's see. Got about 1 billion of them right now. I know it's been a little while, so it is truly a pleasure to be with you. Had so many things going on. I have not gotten in front of the camera very much, at least not my phone camera. And so, tool for today. What beyond this reality acknowledgement am I not giving myself? Whoo! Now, I know it may sound like nothing, but check it out for just a moment, okay? I was having a knockdown, drag-out, argument with my best friend, Gary, the founder of Access, and both of us are interested in possibilities, right? Both of us have access tools. Both of us were asking questions, and yet we were going at it, and it was a bunch of stuff that had been there over many years that we had never really resolved. We didn't even know it was there, and so it started perking its ugly head up, and we were literally just like going at it in a restaurant in Rome recently. And the waiter comes in, he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Don't worry about it. We're just being Italian." And Simone Milicis, our worldwide coordinator, had been listening to the conversation, and she raised her hand. It was so cute. She raised her hand like a little kid in kindergarten, because there's two grown men who never, like, we're lovers, not fighters. You know what I mean? It's like, well, it's not really our style to go after somebody. And we were going after each other, which was kind of fun and entertaining and awesome. And she raised her hand, afraid of probably getting yelled at or something. I don't know. And she said, "Guys, this really does seem to be about acknowledgement. Where I was looking for acknowledgement for something, he was looking for acknowledgement for something, and we were looking for acknowledgement for thousands of things probably. And nothing was going anywhere until she said that." And I said, "Yeah, you know what? We need to look from beyond this reality at this." And so Gary came up with this amazing process. He says, what beyond this reality acknowledgement are we not giving each other? And we ran that 2 times. And within 2 times of running it, we had tears of gratitude for each other. And, we gave each other a hug. And we're like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I'm so sorry too." I mean, it was awesome. It's one of those moments that truly gives you an awareness of how quickly things can change, how dynamically they can change. And what I got from that, and I've been using this tool for a while now, and I sort of debated whether to share it or not, because I don't know if it makes sense to most people. It's just, I've sort of been doing this as my life, like looking for other possibilities, and also not wanting to get stuck in the crap that seems so normal to most people here, where you feel you're justified in getting angry at people that you care about. You're justified in separating from them. Well, yeah, but what's that creating as your life? So, we ran this process 2 times, and it just changed everything. And what I realized in that was we were looking from the reference points of this reality to determine what the other person had done right or wrong. And I was looking at what I had done right and done wrong, and he was looking at what he had done right and done wrong. And once again, I say, it's like, we don't tend to do this very often. And so when we do, or when we did, dear Lord, was it intense, and it wasn't really as much fun as I might hope it would have been. It wasn't fun at all. So, in running this process, what beyond this reality acknowledgement are we not giving each other? You can do that in a relationship, so with you and anybody else, but then you also want to look at what beyond this reality acknowledgement am I not giving myself? Because the way this reality works, it's kind of like a Truman Show. You know that big dome that Truman lived in? And if you haven't seen it, you really need to watch it. It's a great example of this reality. But basically, this guy's living in this totally artificially created reality, and it's a big dome. It looks real to him, and the only way to get out of it is to go on a boat. And so they instill fear in him from the very beginning of water, so that he will never get on the boat and leave because he'll be too afraid. And it reminded me so much of this reality. I'm like, oh my God, we're living in a Truman Show. And when we got this process of what acknowledgement beyond this reality am I not giving myself, or are we not giving each other, it all became very clear to me, because what was going on with my bestie, my best friend, and I changed instantly. So now, I'm not saying if you do it with somebody else it's going to work. You know, if you've been on this path of change for a while, and you know, you are willing to have a reality beyond this one, or an awareness of something different, and that this reality isn't all there is, then it'll work for you dynamically. And this will start to unlock the places where you haven't been able to get there. If you haven't, I don't suggest running it with anybody else, or with somebody who hasn't done that. I don't really suggest running it with them, but I want you to have it. And yes, it'll be up on YouTube eventually, and people around the world will find it and go, what the fuck were you talking about? And I'll go, I don't know, because I've forgotten by that point. Anyway, what beyond this reality are you not, what beyond this reality acknowledgement are you not giving yourself? That if you did, would make your life ease, joy, and glory. Everything that is, right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. One more time. What beyond this reality acknowledgement are you not giving yourself, that if you did, would make your life ease, joy, and glory? Everything that doesn't allow it, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So, with this thing of beyond this reality acknowledgement, you want to recognize that there's a world there. How do I put it? It's like basically this world functions on some very strict rules about you being right and you being wrong, and what other people need to give you in order to show that they're being kind to you, in order to show that they love you. And what's really possible, what's really available, is truly a world of kindness and possibilities, where you can see, where you can acknowledge, where you can be grateful for the gift that every single person in your life is. And you don't have to make them wrong, and you don't have to make you wrong. And there's a totally different possibility available. So, if you're willing to allow yourself to have that, what else would be possible? So once again, what beyond this reality acknowledgement am I not giving myself? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. What beyond this reality acknowledgement am I not giving myself, that if I did, would create my life as ease, joy, and glory? And for somebody you're in relationship with, what beyond this reality acknowledgement are we not giving each other? Because when you start to acknowledge each other beyond this reality, magic truly starts to occur. And then life gets so much fun. And then you wonder, why did I have those problems? What were they there for? Why would I do such a thing? Oh, well, yeah, you did. You came, you saw, you created crap, and now you have a process to get out of it. I adore you immensely. Thank you so much for being in the world. And what if you truly being you are the gift, the change, and the possibility this world requires? I look forward to meeting you in person someday. Bye-bye. 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 Yeah, I did that 3 times. I just wanted to see if you were watching. Okay, bye.